Then I realized the only thing worse than figuring out you accidentally just fucked your own daughter is what if you can't make her come? What do you say to that? You're just like your mother. You're grounded. I don't know.
The guy that invented the Sloppy Joe is really lucky that his name wasn't Dick. Because he would have had a really hard time selling that sandwich. He'd be bothering people on the street. Yo, man, try some of my sloppy dick. They beat the shit out of him.
Hey, you know what that light looks like? Is Yoda. It does, right? Look at it.
Light is strong with this one.
Do you see it?
Does anybody else think this looks like Yoda?
Yes, it does!
Thank you. That's awesome.
I was thinking of the female reason.
Oh, vagina. He thinks it looks like a vagina.
It was originally supposed to be Batman.
Thanks, Bob.
It turned into Yoda.
It was originally, it's the worst Batman I've ever seen.
Thank you.
It's like if Batman just said, fuck it, just put whatever you want in the sky and I'll come.
You don't have to name your business after yourself. That's a real thing. CVS isn't anybody's name. You can do that. I grew up in Randolph, Ohio, where Bob's Pizza is owned by Brad. That's fine. You do that. I recommend you do that if your name is Tom Raper.
I will wrap it up. Sean told me Jew jokes go over great here. So I'm gonna do it. You know, if I did have a show, I thought about it. Like, if it was like I could watch a show about my life, I would just watch the things I couldn't remember when I was blackout drunk. Be like, oh, where did I forget my wallet? Oh yeah, I put it right there. Probably just watch myself masturbate because I'm a weird guy.
That's not masturbate.
Oh, that's just creepy. Sounds like I've watched it many times. There's a camera set in his room.
He says, you know where Packer Park is? And I said, yeah. And he's like, my car's broke down there. Can you give me some gas money? And I wanted to be like, well, what if I'd know where Newton Falls Park was? Would you have had a car broken down there too? Then I realized I should have kept saying no to see if he would just keep naming more parks. Like, that's what I know. So you know where Newton Falls Park is? No. You know where Packer Park is? No. You know where Central Park is? No. You know where Jurassic Park is? No. You know where Lincoln Park is? I said, the band? He said, yeah, I'm the drummer. Our van broke down and I need some gas money. I said, oh yeah, here's a 10. You might say you're one step closer to get back on the road.
Get drunk on wine and fall on my knees, and it's there you will see me singing. There ain't nothing I'm working for.
Oh, that's how things are.
Speakers!
Oh, are you trying to be a dick? No. Oh, I don't use Beagle Pop. I don't use that
Oh, let's sit right here.
Where's my girlfriend? Where is he?
You're really cute.
We're gonna get ready and we're gonna listen
to some jokes. Lousy Weather Media Basement Comedy Show. We started doing comedy shows, what, 2 months ago, Paul? Hey!
We do them all the time.
Yeah, we do this shit all the time.
Number 2.
We got a bunch of, I feel like calling them cats tonight. Cats. We got meows, meow meows. We got Josh Volchko, Tim Wolfe, Devin Conner, Anthony Savatt, and we're gonna do some comedy. First up is Josh Volchko. He's like my meat man.
Yeah!
He's like my guy. You know how people have guys? Like, right, Josh? Guys. Like, people are like, I have my guy to get me this. My guy to get my mechanic. My car to get fixed. My guy. Josh Volchko's my guy. He gets me fresh meat. Josh Volchko, come on up here to the festival.
Oh, keep it going for Sean Ass.
Yeah.
That's my fucking basement guy. That's what he is. Oh, this is the most women I've ever seen in a basement at one point. They were actually not forced to be in here. This is like the world's worst consignment shop. Like, there's 20-inch TVs in the back, there's a mini fridge, microwave. Take whatever the fuck you guys want out of here and just leave. Anybody here in a relationship? Any girlfriends here?
Woo! Pass.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tim. Tim's like, me, I do, actually, I do. No, I fucking hate watching anything with women. It's nothing against you girls, but I feel like women feel like you have some part of directing the thing you're watching. They're like, honey, what's going on right now? Who is that? What's about to happen? We're watching the same goddamn program. I'm pretty sure Khaleesi's about to show her tits again, so shut the fuck up. I do fucking love Game of Thrones. You know what they should call that show? Tits, Dragons, and Midgets. It's the 3 reasons I watch it. I don't know what it is about little people that I get so excited about, but every time I see a midget, it's like I found $20 on the ground. I'm like, holy shit. I'm keeping it. I want to be so rich that one day I can have a midget as my butler. Could you imagine that? You wake up every morning, you open your window, there's a midget mowing your lawn, you're like, honey, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good day. I'd be the most popular guy on every holiday. Christmas, I'd have an elf running around. Go to my house on St. Patty's Day, he's wearing a rainbow hat, carrying a pot of gold. You catch him, we'll make you a Reuben. Said I am getting older, turning 30 next year. I'm finding out there's things I can't do anymore. Not things I can't do, things I shouldn't do. And that's watch high school girls play volleyball. Which comes up a lot in my life because my girlfriend coaches the team. She's like, I don't know why I feel so uncomfortable going there. I'm like, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure I'm making the people around me feel uncomfortable. I don't have a daughter out there. I look like a goddamn Amber Alert. So she's like, it's because you always sneak beer. And I'm like, that is probably right. That's probably right. So last time I went, I got an ice cream cone. That was way fucking worse. I'm sitting next to some girl's father like, your daughter looks great this year. She's really matured this season. Is she on Facebook? All right, guys, thank you very much. My name is Jeff.
His name is Tim Wolfe. Woo! Give it up for Tim Wolfe. Tim Wolfe's gonna come over here.
Yeah!
Sean, I tried to hug you. Come on, give me a hug. Come on.
All right,
Give me a hug. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Oh.
That is a lot.
Intimate.
Wait, we still got 14 minutes. I had a passenger in the car, and the car hit him on the passenger side. And if it had been like a couple feet closer to him, he probably would have died. And he was like, "Oh man, if you hadn't hit the accelerator, I'd probably be dead, man. You saved my life." And I didn't want to tell him. Like, I wasn't really thinking of you at that point. I saw a fucking car coming. I was like, I don't want to die. I didn't really think, oh, my passenger. There was a Disturbed song on the radio when we got hit. That's how I live my life. Those are my life choices. And there was a Disturbed song on the radio, and for a little bit after the accident, I was wondering if maybe I would only be able to talk in Disturbed lyrics for the rest of my life. They said, where would you rank your pain level on a scale of 1 to 10? I said, oh. doctor. I said, Tim, I heard ever since the accident your kidneys have been failing. You might need a transplant. I said, will you give it to me? But I was on my way to his show, and I didn't even have a set list like written out. And I was like, what am I gonna do on stage? And then I got hit by the car, and I didn't have to worry about it anymore. So next time somebody's like, what do you do when you don't have a set list written out? You usually just like do some crowd work, riff off an audience member. I said, no, I like to swerve into oncoming traffic. I find that works pretty well. Then my friend was like, well, at least you got some good jokes out of it. And I was like, I don't know. The car didn't drive to Connecticut and fuck another guy, so. Probably don't have that many jokes. No, speaking of the radio, I did hear that some guy murdered his entire family because he said the radio told him to do it. And I was like, all right, well, first of all, who the fuck even listens to the radio anymore? That's pretty suspicious. Secondly, what station was it? Because I'd hate to think this guy's hearing satanic messages through, like, I don't know, like old school Nelly songs or something. Like, this guy really sitting next to the radio hearing, it's getting hot in here, so go kill all your kids. You are getting too hot, you better chop their heads off. Stop pacing, time wasting, cut up your kids and put them in the basement. What? I'm just kidding like Jason. Oh, unless you're gonna do it. He calls up 911 covered in blood. He said, 911, what's the emergency? He said, underlay, mama, uh-oh. I butchered my wife. Thank you guys, have a good night.
Get in for fucking Tim Wolfe. Jesus.
Oh, this guy knows what wizard status is. Yeah.
Shut up.
Right, you drink 5 PBRs, throw up on yourself, read Harry Potter, and then drink a Polar Pop and harass comedians. That's wizard status. You're Gandalf. The Hobbit.
Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? My name's Danny, and this is my best friend Max, and we play in a band called My Mouth is the Speaker. Maybe you've heard of us?
I have.
Maybe.
This guy has. Okay. Well, you know, no big deal. You're not missing much. We're gonna play some songs, though. This song's called The Hard Way. Loneliness never really gets to me. Not because I drink and I smoke, it's my company. And it's something I find comforting. 'Cause we're all in this thing together. Hey, your problems sway from side to side. So you ignore them till you go blind. So if you can't completely blind, just say it as a friend. What must you
good friend of mine. I'll say you're a good friend. He's wearing a sweater vest and shit. Is that a sweater vest? I don't know. It's a cardigan. It's a costume. Whatever the hell it is. All right. When I met this guy, we talked about high school teachers that smoked weed. It was the most awkward thing ever. Like, he said he was from Norton, and I said there was a teacher there that smoked weed, and he was like, I knew that guy. Anyway, Devin Conner's coming up next. Come on.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about me.
He was talking about I did smoke weed with one of my high school teachers, and my parents. No, this actually happened. My family found out about it. They were really pissed off, but not like, why do you think they'd be pissed off about something like that? They're like, how the fuck do you have a C in this guy's class? How are you not blackmailing him? How are you not bringing that up on every test? Our high school teacher used to call me Bambi, not the guy who smoked weed with me. It's a completely different guy making creepy nicknames. He was a basketball coach, so people would always ask me, they'd be like, why does he call you Bambi? It's because you have like a deer in the headlights look when people yell at you, like, like I do, yeah, like I obviously do. Look, I've got dumb guy eyes. I've got dumb guy eyes mixed with coke eyes. Like, they're huge and there's nothing going on at any point. They're like, is it because you have a long stride on the court then? I'm like, no, that's not it. I'm like, well, what the fuck is it? Well, okay, when I was a baby, he shot my mom. He thinks it's hilarious. This guy's a sociopath. We need to stop him. How come nobody ever... Every time I say that, people just laugh. You're all accomplices. Like most people my age, and I'm looking around most of your guys' age, I get most of my news from social media, which is great, because if I didn't do that, I'd have no idea how big of a problem haters are. You guys know what I'm talking about? How you get on Facebook or whatever, and you see that girl you graduated with, and she's always talking about haters. She's like, I'm sick of these haters trying to tell me I'm sick of all these haters. Alright, well, not graduated with, she dropped out her sophomore year because she had a kid. Then you find out that haters are actually a code word for Child Protective Services. She got busted with a meth lab in the backseat of her car. Actually, I think that kid could probably use some more haters in his life. Probably just like some foster haters for a little while. Maybe let him stay with his grand haters for a minute while she gets things figured out. Maybe gets a job. And then it ended up in her being like, go ahead, choke me. And I was like, I'll choke you. And she was like, choke me.
Yeah.
So I choked her in the middle of the road. She's a hot girl, so this could be a big problem. Because some guy's like, I have a knight in shining armor. Like, sees that. Some guy doesn't know her. It's alright, dude. She's calling me a Jew. It's fine. He'd be like, is he hurting you? I will defend you. I just punched my last girlfriend, but I do this when people don't know me. If he sees that, I guess she's gonna beat my ass. But I figured we were cool, because she Snapchatted me the next day. Which would not be something you did if you were like gonna file charges. So you're like in the police station, like, you're fucked. I'll wrap it up on this. You guys, a little bit of trivia. Do you guys know why Hitler banned the sale of roast beef sandwiches during World War II?
No.
Sean has spoken.
Why?
It's because Hitler hated all Jews. Those you guys not aware, that's a roast beef dipping sauce. It sounds fancy, but they sell it at Arby's, so everyone can enjoy it. Actually, at Arby's, it's probably not really roast beef dipping sauce. It's probably just like the closing shift at night. They're just like, make sure you wash your feet in the bucket and put it in the fridge. We need more au jus for the morning. Everybody else is like, but I don't want to take my socks off. And they're like, you don't have to. The browner, the better. Or Arby's. People confuse colors for flavors. All right. Thank you guys very much. Had a great time.
Give it up for Devin Conner. Everybody having fun tonight?
Yeah.
We got one more to go. He's my favorite guy. Him and I have like a weird connection. It's weird. I don't know. I listened to this guy talk for 5 hours. He fell through my coffee table. It's broken, and it's right here in the corner of the room because the dude literally just Mick Foley'd through the fucking table.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk about it. Go on.
But I am. I will. So it happened. So we talked for like 5 hours. He fell through my table. We went and got coffee the next day. I feel like we're best friends. Next is Anthony Savatt. Give it up for Anthony Savatt.
Yeah! Woo!
Oh, wonderful. So as Sean, where's Sean go?
I'm over here.
Sean right there.
I'm chilling.
As Sean mentioned, we had an incident. I achieved Grand Wizard status live on their podcast, and then immediately I said Matt Foley through the table. Mick
Yeah,
Foley
yeah.
suggested
Mick
I got on
Foley.
the roof, and some guy dressed in all black with eyeshadow threw me off the roof onto the table. That's Matt Foley. I was Mick Foley. No, that's Mick Foley. I was Matt Foley. The Saturday Night Live character played by Chris Farley. I just fell through the fucking thing. So I'm glad that's here. This is a nice reminder. I'm glad you kept that as memorabilia. Can I sign it after the show? Like, if someone has a Sharpie or a marker, I can just piss on it. What I'm happy that you saved is all of these old CRT televisions. Capital Grade 2, like, what are you? I was in a basement one time where some guy was hoarding old 56K modems. If you've ever seen Independence Day, it's possible that if the aliens take over or Skynet happens, that we can possibly, through technology so old they're not thinking about it with artificial intelligence, communicate with each other through Morse code via like 56K modems and combat them and overtake them. Apparently your Armageddon scenario is that HD TV goes out. We're back to standard definition. That's your only like, wow, I guess I'll watch Sanford and Son. Or what wizard status is actually, in the context that I'm talking about, is where you drink shitty beer, of which, in 16-ounce cans, of which they only put shitty beer in 16-ounce cans. Your best options are like Pabst Blue Ribbon, Miller High Life, Milwaukee's Best, Busch Heavy. You drink one, then it's empty. And then you drink another one, and then that's empty. And then you duct tape them together on top of each other. And then every empty that you get, you duct tape on top of the other, stack. This becomes your wizard staff. And once it's as tall as you, you've achieved wizard status. For me, wizard status, I'm 6'2". Wizard status is like 12 is like right here, so I always go for that 13th one to prove my point. So I'm a professional drunk, I guess, if you can say that. Like I do this every fucking day. But lately, I've been a little depressed, and I've added 2 cans to the stack and gone from wizard status to grand wizard status. Can't see my hand because it's fucking grand wizard status. The beauty of achieving grand wizard status is you make as much sense as the actual grand wizard. You're a blithering idiot, you're a racist, nothing makes any sense that you say. Like grand wizard status, like, the price was wrong on my fucking white t-shirts at Walmart, and that's why I hate the fucking Japs. That's grand wizard status. And I believe that's a direct quote from the actual grand wizard of the clan. There is a specific group of people, though, that does have an end game, and they're succeeding at it. It's hipsters. Yeah, I found out the hipster end game. I did. This is like solving a Sudoku puzzle. With way less mental capacity exhausted. If you've noticed over the years and the hipsters wear skinny jeans, you're noticing a lot less side pipe in those skinny jeans. Yeah. Yeah, I believe the hipster's end game is to breed a man with a penis so small that that's the actual needle they use to play the vinyl.
Fuck.
Which will sadly and ironically make me a hipster because I will have been disappointing women before it was cool. That's it for me. Thank you. It's been so fun. It's awesome.
Yeah!
Keep it going for Anthony Savatt. This was the Lousy Weather Media, I can't even say it. Lousy Weather Media blah. Mike Dunn gave me wine. I'm drunk.
Oh.
Thank all you guys for coming so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Fuck. Thank you guys. Let's smoke cigarettes and weed and drink beer. Let's have a good night. Guys, thank you so much. Hey!
This has been a Lousy Weather Media podcast channel production. Executive produced by Bob Comparda, Paul Wolfe, and Sean Ast. Find new episodes and archives at lousyweathermedia.podbean.com.